Hello, this is William Randolph, and this is Monday First Thing. So on this Monday, I want to talk about the idea of paying for the lesson. Paying for the lesson. So last week, I was in a government leadership training course. I was facilitating this course, and one of the students asked me during the break, when do you know it's time, based on your experiences, when did you know it was time to move on to the next opportunity, to do the next thing? And I've always believed there were two things that demonstrated it was time to move on. Sometimes you get one or the other, and sometimes you get both. The first is when you wrestle a problem, it's like, oh, we got it. Problem showed up. We wrestled it. Okay, we taped it up, put it in a nice big box, and we sit it on the shelf. And then surprisingly, that problem just works its way back around. Okay, and it shows up again. That's like, okay, 2 or 3 years later, it shows up again. Yep, it may be time to move on. Okay, because you've seen problems, they've evolved, you've solved them, they've evolved, you've operated, they've evolved, and then they've come back around. And the second is when you've paid to learn the lessons. Okay, this is the second issue. This is the second thing that says, it's time to move on. Whenever you're in a organization, a job, a career, an event, a position, an assignment, and there's pain. It's like, something's wrong and you have to fix it. Okay, or it's not ideal and you're wrestling with it. It's problems show up, and that's one of the reasons people hire people is to solve problems. Okay, it's probably the reason people hire people is to solve problems. But you solve that problem shows up, and there was lots of pain. But did you get the lessons from the pain? Okay, what I want to make sure is whenever there's a situation that I'm in, we're going to have pain. And that pain shows up as challenges, problems, frustration, whatever it is. Not necessarily physical pain, but you're going to get some pain from that problem, from that issue. Okay? But when it's time to move on, it's after you've paid for the lesson. You've done the work to satisfy, to alleviate, or at least to minimize the pain. As soon as the pain shows up, the first thing many I have seen is, it's time to move on. This place isn't for me. Well, that's awesome, but you've realized the pain, but you didn't get the lesson. You didn't get the lesson. You didn't do the work. You didn't pay for the lesson. And it's the lesson that helps you build your muscles for the next opportunity. So on this Monday, I want you to think about if you find yourself in a situation where you're not comfortable, you're not happy, you got excessive amounts of pain, okay, let's not run from the pain. Let's do the activity to get the learning out of the pain. Let's pay for the lesson. Do the work to pay for the lesson. And once you get the lessons out of it, build your muscles, build your confidence, build a new skill set to actually deliver on that pain, then you've paid for the lesson. And now it's time to move on to the next opportunity. Pay for the lesson. All the best. Be well.